The Journey of Wisdom Through Compulsive Behavior, Addiction, and Recovery, Part 2. Part 2. The Gifts and Challenges of Our Human Natures. Innate gifts of our four human natures. The context for discussing the inherent gifts of our four human natures is grounded in the essence I identified for each of our natures, which themselves are based upon what I believe is the divine quaternity: joy, peace, beauty, and love. In ultimate terms, underlying the pure innocence of our quixotic nature is joy. Peace underlines the uncorrupted essence of will in our purposeful nature. Underlying the truth essence of our authentic nature is beauty, and underlying the essence of love in our sublime nature is divine love. Therefore, we are innately imbued with a joyful innocence, a discriminative will, an ability to authentically discern genuine truth, and the capacity of inner attention that enables self-transcendence. The challenges of our four basic human natures. Without wisdom, the developmental challenge to the innocence of our quixotic nature is this: we are destined to live a troubled adulthood if our childhood learning is uninformed and deficient, which, in itself, may stem from cultural, psychological, and physiological limitations, as well as legacies of natural predisposition. Further, before our purpose-driven nature acquires wisdom, we may often wear a psycho-emotional suit of obsessive doing, unrelenting goal-focused rumination, and mental character assassination. As Ralph Waldo Emerson observed, man is a god in ruins. When we are presented with the wisdom challenge of successfully discerning between truth and lies, between deception and reality, we must engage the resources of our authentic nature. But one of the most difficult things for us in the developmental process of seeking to inhabit our authentic nature is to trust and let go. Consulting my own wisdom, Elizabeth, we see that our sublime nature is necessary to move our quixotic, purposeful, and authentic natures toward transcendence. When we consider moving from ignorance to enlightened reason, Emerson helps us to recognize the activity of our sublime nature through one of love's central characteristics: humility. According to Dillaway, Emerson states, "Let me admonish you to go alone and dare to love God without mediator or veil." This reference is The Gospel of Emerson, published in 1988. My inner wisdom, Elizabeth, captures the relationship between the gifts and the challenges of our human natures accordingly. While our ignorant reason ruminates in life, our enlightened reason contemplates life. While our sleeping soul vegetates in life, our awakening soul meditates on life. And while our mechanized psyche dissipates our life, our illumined psyche creates our life. Reconciliation of our human nature's gifts and challenges. Starting with our quixotic nature, we will discover that as we move from self-centeredness to self-management, The major wisdom task of this nature is to regulate our reactivity to the forces of duality or opposition in life. We must not be tricked, according to John Milton, by the honeyed muse that makes the worst cause appear the better one and prevents man from using right reason. The major wisdom task for achieving the wisdom goal of self-acceptance in our purposeful nature is to balance our drive for self-preservation with self-surrender. Lao Tzu speaks to this. Best to know that you don't know. Not knowing this is a problem. The major wisdom task of our authentic nature is to guide, manage, and transform our reactionary quixotic nature and our delusional purposeful nature. To it, our authentic nature enables us to embrace the soaring delight and dramatic intensity of life. Our sublime nature, which is the embodiment of love within us, is the singular source that strategically supports the wisdom tasks of our quixotic, purposeful, and authentic natures. David Miller identifies our human nature's journey of truth to love as central to John Milton's poetry. He says, I examine Milton's poetry as the most successful attempt in our language to meld the contrary demands of spirit and flesh into a vision congruent with the paradox of human freedom existing within divine omnipotence.